Setting the annotation scale. I have some items in model space drawn down in my model space, and I have panned it around. I got it somewhat in the middle here, and I got it somewhat zoomed in to where I want it to be. And now I need to set my, I'm going to click out here and go into paper space by double clicking. I'm going to set my scale on my viewport scale. I click on it. I come down here on the status bar. I hit the down arrow. And now typically the standard scale for a building section is floor plans is usually 1/4 inch equals a foot. So I'm going to choose that. And there I go. It fits in on the screen. And I can pan it around and move it around. And now I'm all set to go with a 1/4 inch scale. But let's just say that the scale I'm looking for isn't there. If I go down to custom, I can add in different scales that I need, and I can also customize this scale. I can move scales up and down, delete things that I don't want, etc. But let's say now I've drawn, got it all set to 1/4 inch equals a foot, and then the boss says, you know what, I need a bigger scale, and he will come in and say, well, I want something like 3/8 equals a foot. All we have to do is change it. 3/8 equals a foot, and there we go. And we'll just say, well, maybe we can do some little stretching of the viewport here and get it manipulated a little bit better. And it might fit, it might not. So, we don't know, but we can pan it around, see if it fits in there, and say, oh yeah, maybe we can move a little bit of the annotation around. And but it's going to be close. And then after a little while he says, well, I guess we could get by with, say, something a little less than that. How about 5/16? And you go, well, I got a 1/4 and I got 3/8. We don't really have 5/16. So you can come down in the custom and you can come down the line saying, I really don't have 5/16. I guess I could add one in, but you have to make those decisions. Can you fit it at at 3/8, or can you have to go down in size to an 1/8 inch? And maybe if I take my object snaps off, I could actually get a little bit more out of this. You can see how I can just get it right up to the margins, and maybe you can fit it in. Maybe you can move some of your dimensions around in your model space. You come down here and say, well, I could bring those in. You can say, well, I could grab a hold of that, maybe just bring it in here and go do, and come over here and maybe move that one in, etc. And you could do those kinds of things. And then you come back here and you say, well, it's getting close. So we can set our annotation scale by clicking on the viewport, coming down here to our viewport scale, and picking a standard scale. And I think maybe we'll just go back to 1/4 inch equals a foot, because that is pretty much a standardized scale here for what we do for a building section and whatnot. So so there we have it. We are setting the annotation scale.